My fervent prayer is that with each chapter, you will gain more clarity on why Jesus calls you to forgive and how to do it. My hope is that with each chapter, you will encounter the compelling whys and practical hows you need to do the hard work of forgiveness God's way. However, I did not write this book as an expert on forgiveness. I can honestly say I have not excelled spiritually in this area and almost didn't write this book because of it. Consider me less of an expert and more of a fellow weary traveler, wandering alongside you in the wilderness of suffering and trying to live out her faith. In so many of these chapters, I am working out my theology, wrestling with my feelings, and seeking to live in response to Jesus' command to forgive. As you listen to this book, I invite you to do the same. When you encounter Jesus' teaching on how we are called to live in his world, consider what you believe and why you believe it. As I share my own stories of forgiveness and those of others, let them lead you to reflect on your own. And as I attempt to put language to what God taught me through his word about the hard work of forgiveness, join me in seeking to respond in faith and obedience. However, do so at a pace that allows you to hold true, live up to the truth you attained as you listen to this book. Walking through the pain of offense and engaging in the work of forgiveness can be emotionally taxing. You will need to pace yourself. If you get to the end of a section within a chapter and need to take a break, take it. Though I believe there is a true finish line to the work of forgiveness, you're in a marathon, not a sprint. You may need to take this book slow to work out your theology, meaning your view of God, self, and how God created the world to work, and make space to wrestle with your past hurts. To help you do this, at the end of each chapter, you will be invited to Selah, to pause and think about what you just heard and sit with whatever God might be bringing to the surface. Often our lives are moving fast, and we either don't have or don't make the time to process them. But if you are going to live beyond offense, you will need to slow down, to talk to God, and allow God to talk to you. As my good sis, Priscillis Dominguez, a champion of the Selah practice, explains, you will need to live slower, process scripture slower, and become more introspective in light of the presence of God. You may be tempted to skip these parts, but I encourage you not to. Make time to sit in the light of God's presence long enough for him to heal the place within you that feels broken. Give your soul the space to feel what it feels. And as you do, may God be ever so gracious to you, revealing to you the truths you need to forgive and live beyond offense.